whether you know or not.
And it looks like we're good to go. Want to take this time to welcome y'all again to the 2019 Bloodborne All Bosses Tournament. We have some great competitors, great community.
This is, I think, the first race of the losers bracket.
Mm-hmm.
Not that either of these runners are losers.
No, I would call it the lower bracket, but I don't make the rules, so. But yeah, hey everyone. Right now they're just going to make their way past the wolf that I believe is supposed to kill you in a casual playthrough. But they're going to run by him. Hopefully he doesn't chase them all the way to the ladder. I know we've seen that a couple times.
Yeah, we've had at least one death to the wolf, and then we had another unrelated death on the ladder here.
Mm-hmm.
Mama getting some extra vials. Fool's just going to grab these normal vials up here, because you have to wait for the ladder to actually descend and then be usable, so they grab the vials here since it doesn't waste time. And then they're going to warp back to the dream. Normally you would be sent to the dream the first time after you die, but it's faster to run up and get this lamp and then go to the dream that way rather than dying. And this is where they're going to get their basic starter equipment for the run.
So the interesting thing about the weapons is there's kind of a glitch. They're going to end up actually getting 2 weapons because they're going to need the cane later for a skip. It's the only thing the cane is used for in this run. You just saw Fool got both of them. Mama got both of them. I've seen runs where they weren't able to pick up the second weapon. So that is a thing that can happen. So
yeah, there is a backup you can do in runs, though. Mm-hmm. Like, you wouldn't do it in PB attempts normally, but you can get the Kirk hammer instead. It can accomplish the same thing, but it's faster to just grab the cane.
Yeah. Fool picked up some Molotov cocktails, or mollies as we call them. They're mostly going to be used for this first boss, Father Gascoigne. Does some good damage on him.
Yeah, especially in his second phase, because Father Gascoigne is in his second phase, well, third phase, I should say. He's considered a beast enemy. Fool's at sewer skip. He's going to climb up on these boxes, jump on this railing. The game will save his position on the railing, that's why he quit out. And he should spawn back up on the railing.
And Mama's going for the same sewer skip as well.
Yeah, that looks fine.
Mm-hmm.
And this skips the entire sewer section, which is why it is named so creatively.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it does save about 40 seconds, I believe, this skip. So it's a pretty decent skip to have. Of course, Roman would name it sewer skip, right?
Yeah, the sewer skip is she's just gonna go the normal way. Okay.
Yeah, she's just gonna take this line through the sewers. It's gonna cost her a little bit of time, but she was probably not wanting to waste more time trying for sewer skip, just going ahead and going through.
Fool pulling Gascoigne up onto the stairs. This is where they prefer to fight him. A lot of the time his gunshots will just miss up here on the stairs because of the angle.
He's making decent work so far.
Yeah, he's about to go into phase 3.
You want to stagger him as much as you can in phase 2, because that transformed axe phase 2 is kind of terrifying if he gets loose. Fool made good work of Father Gascoigne. GG, yeah. Fool.
He got the double damage molly. So if you throw the Molotov at the right time as he's transitioning between phase 2 and phase 3, like as he's transforming, you actually hit him once while he's in phase 2 and once as he goes into phase 3. So that's why they time that Molotov right at the end when they can. See how Mama's fight goes. Going for that backstab.
Mm-hmm.
So when they backstab enemies, they are open for a visceral attack, but also enemies that are in that backstab state or in that parried state, they also take extra damage from normal attacks. So a lot of times, rather than sit through the visceral animation, and it depends on the stats and a lot of other situations, but a lot of times runners will just do another attack to an enemy as they're staggered like that, rather than viscerally.
Fool did grab the hunter's set.
Mama's having some trouble getting this last backstab.
Yeah. He's definitely a jumpy boy in that phase 3. There you go, Mama. Finish him off. There you go. GG, Mama. So these dogs that Fool just quit out for, they can eat you up really quick if you're not careful. So that's why he quit out there, to kind of reset where they are so he doesn't have to worry about them when he came back from getting the fire paper. I think Fool's audio is kind of quiet. Yeah, I would agree with Indu. Fool has the best voice out of everyone. It's angelic, even. Fool's making his way to Old Yarnum Skip. He did not get the lamp, which should be fine.
Yeah, this is another place, definitely, where someone could take a death because you're doing some jumping, some platforming out of bounds. Whenever you're doing that in Souls games, it can be pretty sketchy.
I hear a phone in my room. Hold on just a second.
Oh. He fell out of bounds there. He quit out. Probably saved it, but I don't know.
Sorry, the house phone was ringing. So I wanted to close the door so no one would have to hear it.
Yeah, Fool did manage to save it.
That's good.
I think Mama died to the dogs, though.
Yeah. I missed so much from stepping away for like 2 seconds to close the door. It falls apart when I'm not here.
Fool's grabbing the first of the Beast Blood pellets. That'll be an integral part of this run, and especially in early game, well, all the way up through mid game, really, until DLCs. They're not really going to be able to buy more pellets, so they really need to make sure they don't waste those. Or, like, if they take deaths after using pellets, they can potentially end up in real trouble if they run out. Because those pellets, what they do is they give you a meter, the beast meter, and as you attack consecutively, the meter slowly builds. And as it builds, it gives you extra damage boosts. It also boosts the damage you take, though. But as long as you don't get hit, it's fine. So you see him eating his pellet there. Yeah, just don't get hit.
So he is going for the cocktail strat. BSB can still be pretty jumpy. She can still get away from you, even with cocktails. It happens. But he's getting the backstabs, and the double backstabs, I believe, do more damage right now than an actual visceral would. GG, fool.
Yep, that went fine.
Yeah, Mama used a molly on the dogs there and got her echoes back. She's gonna opt to take the lamp and go for old Yarnum skip. New old Yarnum skip. Not the old.
The beast blood pellets, though, they add a significant amount of damage. I think even if you pop a pellet without meter, it's like 20%. But then if you get like full meter, then I think you can get out of this.
She goes for the plunge. It's a different way to set up for that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it'll keep you on that railing, and as long as you're on that railing, you can jump off, and you kind of have a better line yourself a little bit, as opposed to just the straight plunge or the straight roll into it. But yeah, the beast pellet at full meter, you'll have 70%, so 1.7, so 170% damage. But you also take that 70% of your damage, I guess, that you can take.
Yeah, they're gonna be pretty low vitality for basically the entire run normally anyway, though.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that big a deal, since most things one-shot you anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely more than worth it.
I know that my first playthrough, I never used a pellet because I had no clue, like the mechanic or why. But it's pretty handy. It's pretty handy for these runners. Fool's gonna attempt ladder warp. There he goes. That's gonna save his position so that after he fights Amelia, he can quit out and he'll load back at the ladder, which saves him this long run. GG, Mama.
And she has to warp out through the lamp because she took the old Arnhem lamp.
Mm-hmm.
Fool's on his way to Amelia. This is a scripted fight. You're going to see him using a pellet and paper. And even though he's at a +0, that's going to do a lot of damage. Because Amelia is also a beast-type enemy, which we mentioned earlier. Beast-type enemies in this game, they're weaker to fire. They also take extra damage from what are called serrated weapons, which is like a... Serration is like a hidden bonus that some weapons have that gives them extra damage against beasts, and the Saw Cleaver is one of the weapons that has that, which is one of the reasons it's so good. But he's also going to be making use of a mechanic in Bloodborne called Limb Stagger. Each individual limb, once it takes a certain amount of damage, it will... each individual limb can break, which causes a specific stagger animation. So what the Amelia strat is basically walking around her and breaking each limb one at a time so that she's basically stun-locked.
GG, fool. He got the good Amelia RNG.
As they say.
Yeah. He didn't miss any. Mama's getting the dulcet and the 1/3 of the umbilical cord. And she'll head to Amelia as well.
Yeah, the doll set is worth, like, tons of echoes for some reason. It's good to know even in a casual playthrough. You could sell the doll set.
Mm-hmm.
No chest cancel, though. Feels bad, man.
That one seems a little more tricky than some of the other animation cancels. Maybe I just haven't studied it enough to see.
The Fool's on his way. He's heading into Forbidden Woods now. Mama's on her way to Amelia, so she's one boss behind.
But it's still pretty early in the run. There's a lot more bosses to go.
Yeah,
you never know.
We haven't even got to Shadows yet.
And they're real fun.
But first, they're gonna head down here and get this lamp, and then they're gonna head to Yahar'gul for Parl, because killing Parl now will let them be able to buy bolt paper.
Mama did get the ladder warp.
Yeah, what they do for ladder warp is they basically just cancel getting on the ladder with, and there's any number of animations you can use. Most people just trick their weapons to do it, but you can use a gunshot, a vial, like most things in this game will let you cancel ladder animation.
That enemy at the woods lamp, he can be pretty quick sometimes. I got scared for a second that Fool was gonna get DK'd at the lamp, but he was fine.
Yeah, it can also happen if you get hit right as you're warping out. It can actually kill you, but you spawn in the dream dead. It's kind of funny. There's a few situations in this game where you can end up spawning in dead.
Alright, Mama's getting Amelia. She's doing well so far. Sorry, DK. I've seen it happen to you so many times.
Yeah, I'd like to reiterate too that the runners are using a +0 weapon at Amelia right now, and they're doing all this damage.
Nice job, Mama.
That fool got a bad attack.
Yeah. He got that earlier today, too.
Yeah. So that death is obviously intentional. Dying to the bagman transports you to Yahar'gul early, which is where he has to go to kill Parl. Mama attempting the PB jump, but didn't get it. Looks like she's doing early Hemwick.
She is, yeah. She's going to go ahead and grab the lamp, so she doesn't have to make that run later. There's also marks, and I believe, don't you get pellets in early Hemwick, too?
I don't know.
Or is it just the marks? I think it's just the marks.
Regardless, this is going to be a route difference. Fool's certainly still ahead, but we have to remember that Mama's got a little bit of time on him from early Hemwick. Because they won't go to Hemwick to kill witches until much, much later in the run, even after the DLCs.
Only marks? Thank you, Alma. Fool's now at Parl. Basically, you just stagger him. He's going for the visceral strat. If Parl gets away from you, can be very concerning, but Fool did a good job. GG, Fool.
Yeah, Parl is also a beast enemy, so Saw Cleaver and Fire does quite a bit of damage to him. And now after killing Parl, it means they can buy bolt paper, which they'll use for Shadows and Rom. Because Rom in particular is another type of enemy. Rather than a beast, she's classed as a kin enemy, and kin enemies are weaker to bolt and thrust attacks, rather than fire and serration.
Oof. Mama got bopped by the staff dude. I don't know what they're called. Those enemies there in the church.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I can't remember. I know it, though.
The K-dub knows. Yeah, basically. Fool's gonna be running through the woods. This is one of my favorite parts where you bust through this guy's house like the Kool-Aid man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It cracks me up because he looks like he's so debated. Like, what? One of my favorite parts. He's going to be picking up a lot of materials along the way so he can level up and upgrade his weapon. Things like that later.
Yeah, and then Fool's gonna be on his way to Shadows. And Shadows is a very chaotic fight because it's a multi enemy fight, boss fight, and each of the enemies can do a lot of damage. So anytime you have a fight with like a lot of like multiple different enemies, there's always a lot more stuff that can happen. Just because you have 3 variables instead of 1.
I think the only consistent thing about Shadows is who you want to kill in what order. The rest is you got to keep your eye on them because they can get away from you, and that can be bad news bears.
Just running past the pig here. So the opener that he gets the opener that he gets from Shadows also has a big effect on the way that the fight plays out.
Mama
Mage tries to
finished.
pull.
Yeah, Mama finished up in the dream. She's gonna go to Parl now.
Seems like a decent start to the fight. At the beginning, as much as possible, you want to try and hit multiple shadows at once. Now he's going to finish off the katana guy. Nice. And then this last guy, he just always gets caught in this AI loop. If you hit him, he will always just dodge to the side, so you can just do this until he's dead. Whoa. You got a little weird with him and the gravestones there, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
GG.
they separated at the beginning. He didn't get that many hits on multiple shadows, but it meant that the fight was pretty safe at least.
He did grab the lamp. So this is going to be a Lunarium key skip that Fool's coming up to. You jump off the tail, jump over into the lake, and it saves you from having to go into the actual building where there's a hunter, and it saves a good heck of time.
Yeah, the terrible call beyond hunter that'll just kill you on the ladder if you try to run past her, or sometimes she will.
Mm-hmm.
And Mama's on Parl.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like she's doing the new strat.
Yeah, where you just go around staggering Parl and... Oh, she missed one.
Yeah, she
missed one. That's okay. She'll get it. GG, Mama.
Yeah, missing those hits on the side, that's the reason that some people still prefer the older strat. That strat is faster. It's just easier to miss a hit like that.
Fool gets the skip. He's gonna clear these little spiders out to build up. It'll build his meter up while he's clearing the spiders. The spider clear. I don't know. It can be. You can have good spider clears and bad ones. Those little guys are sneaky.
Yeah, it's another what you could call a multi-enemy fight. It has some of the same characteristics. Like you could just get hit from off screen. And even though the spiders aren't as tough as like the shadows, like they still can one-shot you with certain attacks or stun lock you. Nice one cycle.
Hopefully he gets the insta warp.
Nice.
Ah, he does. Good.
Really good fight.
Mama's gonna Kool-Aid man through the hut soon and start picking up some more materials. She is gonna opt to go ahead and get some vials right here.
She Kool-Aid through 2 houses.
Two of
just
them.
one.
She got the double Kool-Aid.
A Fool's in Yahar'gul again. This is when you have to come to Yahar'gul. after beating Rom. First thing he's going to do is run down to get the key that'll let you into Upper Cathedral Ward, which they'll go to later. And then he's going to mark out and do Yahar Ghul skip. But one of the nice things about early Parl is that you don't have to do Yahar Ghul skip twice, because in old routes, instead of killing Parl early, you would actually Yahar Ghul skip once to get to Parl and once to get to One Reborn. Mama will be on her way to Shadows now.
Go ahead and take a second to thank SpeedGaming for hosting our event, as well as all the participants in the races and commentary, everyone who's donated for the event. Speed Souls, as well, is a great community. If you want to learn about, Dark Souls, Bloodborne, speedruns, things of that nature, we're very happy to help. And Newbie, for sure. Newbiesaurus, organizing a lot of this and making sure everyone's, scheduling their races and everything. Fool got the skip.
Yeah, that was a really good skip too.
Yeah.
He's doing really well today. Mama's walking into Shadows. And you notice Mama got some good multi-hits at the beginning of that fight, but since they stayed together more, it's a bit more dangerous. She really has to pay attention to where they all are.
Yeah, when they clump together like that, it is very concerning.
Now they're going into phase 2. Looks good so far.
All right, Mama.
Nice.
Now the thing is, if you're too far away from this guy, this last shadow. GG, Mama. He can summon snakes, which is very terrifying, so you want to make sure that you get that last shadow as fast as you can. Fool's on One Reborn now.
Yeah, this is another boss where they're going to try to chain stagger the boss, but you see these fireballs coming at him. That can complicate things. Didn't quite get the stagger in time there. He got killed by the AoE. He saw that coming, but decided to try and stagger the limb before he got killed. Mama's going to make up some time from this. She missed YOLO Lunarium Key, though. She's going to quit out now and then reattempt it.
Fool's gonna have to do the skip again and run back to One Reborn, but he won't have to pick up anything along the way. He didn't get it first try, so he's gonna quit out as well.
Yeah, are we gonna see Flohar Ghul? We'll see if he does it. Then I'll explain it if he does. Oh yeah, she's on ROM.
Mm-hmm. She got that skip once she loaded back in. There you go.
Yeah, so Fool just did Flohar. Fool just did Flohar Ghul. So when you hear runners talk about Flohar Ghul, they're talking about that that setup that he did to line up the skip where he backsteps transform attacks into R2. Mama missed Sewer Skip BLT, but she also did early Hemwick, and Fool didn't do early Hemwick, so that's
and
part of the reason.
she died. She also died to the dogs going to Amelia.
Yeah. Looks like no backsteps for Mama. That's fine though. Just get a normal 2-cycle. Yeah, so for ROM, what they do is they build their beast meter while they're clearing the little spiders so that they can do just enough damage to her before she will try to teleport, regen their stamina, and then they do more damage while she's teleporting, and then stagger her out of the teleport at the last moment with a charge star too. And then it just depends on whether, beyond that, whether they get a 2 cycle or a 1 cycle depends on whether Rom feels like backstepping.
Full opted to take the Akimbo vials. He took a little different route this time around to grab some extra vials before heading back to One Reborn.
He got his echoes back. It's good.
Mm-hmm. Oof.
Oof.
Getting stomped. Oh no.
One Reborn.
This is very concerning.
He's just flailing wildly.
I am so concerned.
Fool will be hurting for vials as well if he dies again.
Yeah. Oof.
Yeah, double fireball.
And a corpse drop he managed to miss though, so that's good.
He's going to try and stagger the back leg now.
Yeah. Trying to avoid the fireballs and corpse drops. Corpse drops.
Yeah, he had to eat
Feels
another
weird
pellet.
saying.
Having to waste 2 pellets on this fight after he already died and lost 1 is also not a good thing. Oh, the floor vomit.
Yes, good times. Oh man. Oh man.
And this
Right.
is also a situation where the extra damage that you take from Beast Meter does matter, because he's getting hit by all these little fireballs that normally don't do too much damage, but with Beast Meter they can just destroy him.
Mama's having a little bit of trouble with her skit, but she gets it.
Yeah, very quickly catching up to Fool actually now. And
Oh
Fool's
my
out of
gosh.
vials. I think his pellet might have... Yeah, I think his pellet ran out again, too.
This is very concerning. Huh.
Yeah, it's just...
I'm so concerned I don't know what to say. Because this turns into basically a crap show.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the situation where he can't tank any like
hit.
yeah, because like
Or
normally
a fireball or anything.
yeah, like because you take chip damage from a lot of things in this fight, but you can rally it back and then vial if you get hit too much. But he's in a situation now where he can't do either of those. And Mama's
Mama.
also on One Reborn.
Yeah. She's hitting the staggers.
Yeah, it looks like Mama got it.
Yeah. GG, Mama.
Which definitely puts her in the lead.
Yeah. I don't know. Fool's doing a good job, though, of staying alive. At this point, it's probably just all about staying alive and trying to get a hit in when you can. I don't know what else he could do, because he doesn't have any more vials, and he already wasted a couple pellets, right? One or two?
Two pellets plus the original from his death, so
Yeah.
Down 2 more pellets than he would expect to be.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, D9. I was trying to not sing the Bee Gees.
Oh,
Oh,
apparently the vomit
no.
hit him from there. I think that's what hit him.
Dang.
Yeah, so out of vials, I don't know what his backup's going to be here. He doesn't know either.
Yeah.
It's like, you check
Where do I
out.
go?
Yeah, is he gonna go do summons now? Is that a
He
thing?
might.
Oh, he's gonna pop that cold blood and buy. That's the cold blood he got from Rom. He's gonna buy vials. Oh, Mama's gonna upgrade her weapon and then head to Miko. And runners, they kill the doll when they're leveling because it skips her dialogue, but still lets you level up.
And she comes back every time, even though you abuse her. Poor doll. Fool got first try skip. Ding ding. Sounds like a message.
It's muted now.
No, it's okay. Peanut, she does not talk too much.
Sorry, that was Fool messaging me. He was saying he's gonna kill one Reborn this time.
Nice. I wish Fool would message me. Heck.
Wawega. Mama hoping not to get jumped by the Yetis here, or killed by a rock right as she opens the door. Should be fine, though.
Hmm.
Alright, full back for attempt 3. That baby crying is definitely in the game, though, not in either of our mics.
Oh, Fool.
Oh, just immediately. Kicked to death.
Oh, Fool. Not like this. This area that Mama's running through, there's actually holes in the floor there. I don't know. I know you guys probably know about it, but I've fallen in those holes way too many times. Trying to run to Miko.
It looks like she's gonna grab this, elevator.
Yeah, the shortcut, just in case.
Well, let's see what RNG she gets on Miko. Miko, he likes to run around in circles, and you get different RNG depending on whether she runs into the room or not, or whether he runs into the room immediately or not. If he runs into the room immediately, we call that Swedish. That's Swedish.
Maybe Mama took some of Fool's Swedish luck.
Yeah, Fool could really use it right now.
She got the puppet down, baiting him into this hallway. Or corridor, whatever, little walkway.
Yeah, if you fight Miko in the room there's 2 other puppets that spawn. They're really dangerous. This is a good phase 1.
That was good, Mama.
Yeah, it is because of Ella. Back when he used to run this game.
Go ahead and kill this list. Some material and upgrade. She is going to go ahead and get the vials. All right, fool. He seems to be getting it done this time. I'm worried about his pellets, though. That should be GG full.
Yeah,
GG.
he got it.
Good. I'm really proud of Full, honestly, for, like DK said. DK said he would have rage quit by now. It's a difficult thing.
Oh,
Did
I missed
miss
it,
that
but
first plunge?
yeah. Was watching full. I missed that. Oh, Call Beyond. There you
Oh,
go.
she dodged it. She did well. GG, mama.
That's gonna waste some time now too, because she has to wait for this gate,
Yeah.
even once he's dead.
Never give up. That's what I didn't do.
So that's why the runners normally they jump from above and they try to block him from going into the room, and then if that fails, they try to shoot him. Because if you hit Miko 3 times before he makes it into the room, he will turn around and come back and fight you. Fool's got a lot of ground to make up, though. Especially with Mama having early Hemwick done.
Mm-hmm.
But he could make up that ground in the DLCs, definitely.
He's gonna also head to the dream, I believe.
Yeah,
so
he
he
should.
can upgrade and whatnot. Yeah, there's still a lot of game left, so yeah, and some of y'all may have noticed Mama has her game in Spanish, so you won't be hearing the English.
And she's running past these brain ladies here to grab a very powerful gem. Even though this gem is kind of far out of the way, it adds enough damage that it is definitely worth. It's another 18% gem. But there's some RNG in terms of the pattern that the brain ladies give you, how much they block you, or how easy it is to get away. That's an easy place to die.
Fool giving us a camera spin. Yeah, the winter lantern ladies terrified me, and they still do.
Mama using an elixir to run past these the pigs in the shadows here. Fool can definitely catch up at this point. Like I said, deaths in the DLCs, or like a death on Ligarius, for example, which definitely happens. A death on Ligarius will cost you minutes and minutes of time from a single death. Mama's heading into Wet Nurse. She's going to pop a pellet, use a bolt paper, and the strategy is mostly going to be to try to stay behind her. What we don't want to see is, we don't want to see Wet Nurse backing into a corner. We don't want to see Wet Nurse teleporting a lot.
Ugh. The lawnmower attack could be kind of monka-esque. She did back up into the wall there.
Yeah.
So that's a little disappointing.
Yeah, you
Mama's
see Mama.
trying to bait her out.
Yeah, she's
like,
just
get off the wall.
yeah, just not having it.
Mm-hmm.
Nightmare phase.
Oh, she missed it. There's a nightmare phase cancel you can do if you quick step twice at the right time when she's starting her nightmare phase. So now Mama's I think it costs 60 seconds.
Yeah, it's like
you
a minute.
You want to keep running, or you will be in a lot of trouble. So that's what she's gonna do. Just run around here.
Yeah, her pellet and paper ran out as well. She should have one to spare though. I don't think she's wasted.
Fool did not get Swedish or the hamburger. So he's just chasing Miko in. That was an early nightmare, Roman. And a teleport right after. Dang. Fool's going for one pellet. Well, he doesn't have many, so that would make sense.
Yeah, so for...
Nice.
He didn't pop it in first phase at all, I guess.
Mm-mm. And finish off with that charged R2 was kind of nice.
Wet Nurse is down.
GG, Mama.
A fool getting shot by that guy. That happens. It does a concerning amount of damage, but at least it doesn't kill you.
Mama just has to wait what feels like for ages after killing Wet Nurse for the baby to die because it's Bloodborne.
Fool did get one Swedish though. He got Swedish second phase.
That's good.
And yeah, this is the strat we were talking about earlier. You block him in the door like that.
Good job, Fool. GG.
Saves a lot of time because you can start running to the lantern immediately as soon as he's dead.
Chat, you guys are cracking me up.
It also makes it easier to stay in close quarters with Miko if you fight him in the hallway there, which you really want to, because it's when he gets farther away that he tends to call beyond.
Mama grabbing some pellets.
Yeah, this is on the way to the summons.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she does cape skip. And Fool's also going to grab the summons now because he doesn't have enough pellets. Doesn't have enough pellets for Wet Nurse, so he's just going to do it now. So they appear to be on the same location, but Mama's ahead one boss and early Hemwick.
Mama having to quit out. So both of their routing actually is a little different than the usual, with Mama doing the early Hemwick and then Fool thinking on his feet to go ahead and get the summons and third of an umbilical cord so he can grab pellets before going to Wet Nurse.
Yeah, it's not until they go to Upper Cathedral Ward that they'll finally be able to buy pellets if they run out with Insight. So it's what makes the beginning part of this run all the way up through the mid game really like very punishing. Like you can only fail so many things so many times before you're just out of pellets.
And once you're out of resources, it's very difficult to continue the run. Get your ladders out, guys. It's ladder time for both of them. You thought there was one, but there's another. Synced ladders, yeah. I like the little shimmy that the character does. You can really see it with the hunter set. It's amusing to me. Double ladders. No, there's one more ladder. I don't think it's not quite as long as the other two though. But wait.
Yeah, so they're coming here because this is where you get the Canehurst summons, which you need to get to Ligarius, who is a boss, so they do have to go to fight him eventually. And if you get the, you also get a third of an umbilical cord here, which again you need 3 of to access the super secret final boss, which is also a boss.
The super secret final boss is a boss?
Yes.
No.
Shocking.
That I
Well,
can't believe it. My mind's blown.
Yeah. I mean, we make fun of people for asking stuff if stuff is included, but then chalice dungeons aren't included, so apparently those
True.
aren't bosses.
No,
But
they're not caught up. They look like they're on the same thing, but Mama's one boss ahead right now. And Mama also did early Hemwick.
Yeah, Fool had a much better Miko, but not nearly enough to catch him up from how far behind he is. He's gonna go to Nurse now.
And level up.
Where did Fool lose all that time?
One Reborn.
Yeah, pretty much all of it to One Reborn. Yeah, he had a really solid run up until that point.
Well, One Reborn memed pretty hard last year during the tourney as well, so he's kind of infamous. One Reborn is. For these races. Yeah, he was awful.
Fool's going to grab that gem. Mama's on her way to Amygdala. She's not doing Lecture Hall skip, just going the intended way. Lecture Hall skip only saves 15 seconds first try anyway.
And if you don't get it first try, you can end up losing a good bit of time trying it. Fool got the gem, so that's good.
Then Mama's coming back to, this is going to be Nightmare Frontier skip. This is where she lost last race. She lost her echoes and opted not to continue. This skip isn't terribly difficult, but it is very unforgiving. If you mess it up, some really bad things can happen.
You can see that she took her, I don't know, the chest, the top off so that she could see her character better. She's probably wanting to take it really easy, really carefully for this. You sit down and you quit out. Shirt off. Yeah. It's called a shirt. I was gonna say her top, but then I felt like that sounded weird. I was like, I don't know. I don't know words.
We're just waiting here in suspense. Alright, good, she got it.
Yeah. GG, Mama.
And then Amy G shouldn't be a problem. Basically, what she's going to do is standard pellet bolt paper. And she's going to hit Amy G's head as soon as she spawns, which doesn't do damage, to the boss, but does still stagger her, which lets her finish off the boss really quickly. Keep it staggered.
Fools on Wet Nurse as well. GG, mama. Very quick fight. Some of these bosses are going to be really quick.
Fool did manage to dodge the nightmare, yeah.
He got it, which is good. Saves him about a minute since he got that. GG, Fool.
He's just popping some cold bloods while he's waiting.
He's walking around in circles.
Yeah, he'll be heading to Nightmare Frontier skip next.
Yeah. Just thinking about life and stuff after Wet Nurse.
Mama's gonna go.
Yeah.
Cleric.
Yeah.
Cleric bully time.
We're on the same page.
Yeah.
making his way
downtown.
Walking fast. Face is past and I'm homebound.
I'm glad you knew the rest of the words. I kind of didn't.
I had to listen to it last night. after the race. do 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 do. It's a good one. Classic.
Killing Cleric is also what lets you buy the Kirk Hammer, which is the backup weapon you can use for Orphanage Key skip. Not that anyone needs it.
GG, Fool. I think that was second try for Fool.
Yeah, that was the lecture hall skip.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Cleric. Goodbye, Cleric.
Was that 5 or 6 hits?
I think it was 6. Yeah, that's Cleric.
6, yeah.
Poor Cleric.
It's intended to be hard.
Yeah, he's intended to be fought early. He and Gascoigne are kind of the two potential first bosses. Fool coming up to Nightmare Frontier skip.
Mm-hmm. Cleric was the first boss I encountered on my casual playthrough.
Yeah, me too. I think the game. I think that's true for most people. I've known some people who found Gascoigne first casually, but I feel like the level design kind of funnels you more towards Cleric the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And Mom is on her way to Upper Cathedral Ward now. There's 2 bosses she needs to kill here. Fool walking into Amy G.
GG, Fool.
And Mama entering Upper Cathedral Ward. So there's a skip she's going to do here called Orphanage Key skip. This is what they got the cane for. She's basically going to use the cane to aggro an enemy through a door, which causes the enemy to run at her, and then she can switch to the cleaver and finish it. And then killing the enemy gives you the item. You don't have to pick it up from the enemy. And that lets you proceed without going this kind of side path you're intended to have to go. But it's not a glitch. She's just got to get past this door guy here.
He can be a stinker sometimes, but she got it. Fool's
Fool.
now going to cleric. Made his way through the mob.
She got grabbed. And he can hit you through the door too.
She said, nope, not today. Took care of it.
Oh.
She accidentally
Yeah, the blue
eaten
elixir.
Yeah. I cannot see her on her screen.
This is blue elixir.
I know.
We need more insight.
But that may have worked out because there's a brain sucker there that she just ran by that he can catch you in like a loop, a quit out loop. GG fool. She may have done that intentionally for that brain sucker. I'm not sure. It does look like she has a fair amount of elixirs as well, so I'm not 100% sure on that.
Yeah, no, this is Celestial Emissary. Only one of the jelly beans actually damages the boss health bar. It's the one that stands more passive in the back. It looks like she's gonna clear the little jelly beans to build Beast Meter.
Well, you call them jelly beans, and it sounds so cute. But they're not cute.
They're murder jelly beans.
Yeah. Oof. Whoa, whoa.
Oh no.
Oh, no. Whoa. It's fine. Fine. She's got this. She's gonna try and bait the little ones away so she could...
Saved.
Yeah. GG. GG. Expected time for this run. Hour 30, maybe?
Probably at most.
At most.
Yeah. It depends, though. I don't know. Depends on what happens. I guess.
Exactly.
Fool in particular, he's had some rough deaths already. We'll see how DLC goes.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mama is coming up to Ebby. We had a big debate in chat last time about how to pronounce the name. Ebriatus. Either way.
We're just gonna call her Ebby.
It's the pasta boss.
Pasta.
The macaroni face.
Oh no!
That is very bad. That is very, very bad.
Oh, because she's not fun to fight aggroed.
Mm-hmm. And the strat, yeah, the strat for her is very dependent on her not being aggroed at the beginning.
Oh man,
That's very much going to change how the fight plays out.
that's a big not like this. Feels bad, man.
She should have plenty of pellets at this point. She has the ability now to buy pellets with insight.
Mm-hmm. And they do an insight dump a little later. Fool's gonna go for the key skip. The orphanage key skip as well now. It's like he got it. Alright, Mama. Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah, if she could start to get her staggered again, that'll help, but this is a very different fight if you don't get the strat. And Fool's closing in here. Mama still has early Hemwick done, so she's a bit more ahead than she looks, but Fool's definitely closing in, and if he doesn't mess up on Ebby, then he'll have a much easier time.
It'll be close, that's for sure. And we haven't even gone into the DLC.
Yeah.
All right, Mama. Make work of her.
Nice.
There we
She got
go.
one stagger. That'll help.
That'll help. Yeah. Oh.
Whoa.
Oh.
He's going into phase 2.
Come on, Mama. Get her. Good
Nice.
job, Mama.
Yeah.
GG.
Alright, so she maintains her lead.
GG. Fool's now at Ebby as well. That was actually a really beautiful and scary fight from Mama. I think she had 1 HP at one point. I got scared. Alright, GG, Fool.
Yeah, here's them buying stuff
Yeah.
with insight, like you mentioned.
Yeah, she went ahead and got the chunk so she could upgrade, and then whatever was left, she went ahead and got pellets. Whew!
Dumping some extra echoes into Vit.
Yeah, I don't blame her. The double loading screen.
Yeah, so they are very close in terms of very close. Fool looks slightly ahead here, running to the DLC, but Mama is still
has
ahead.
the early Hemwick, yeah.
I don't know what their respective hardware setups are. I don't know if one of them is losing time to the other on loads, which will matter for RTA and how far ahead they look like. But the Fool has a pro, and Mama doesn't, so that's part of the reason. So Mama's even farther ahead than she looks, because we time the races off of in-game time, which doesn't count loads, except for like black screens. There's not much we can do about that, but. So because of that, in RTA, Fool looks like he's closing in. Looks like
he bought knives.
He hadn't bought stuff yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he hadn't bought the chunk yet either. But yeah, Mama's definitely ahead then, with early Hemwick and then Mama having slower load screens.
And I think Fool, what he did is he went ahead and got grabbed for the DLC, and then went back and leveled or upgraded his weapon and things. Got the knives. Knives are going to be used for Orphan. It's glitch that you can parry him and throw a knife at him, and he just stands there like a big dumb, and you can hit him. I think it's 5 times. And then you just parry him, and you just keep that loop. The other strat is going to be the legit Orphan, where it's a backstab strat. I personally think it's more risky, but I think, anyone who does legit, they've practiced it enough that they can handle it.
It is more risky, though. I mean, the cheese takes some practice too. But the thing about the fighting Orphan legit is that if he goes into phase 2, there's a chance that he will immediately open phase 2 with lightning. And if he opens phase 2 immediately with lightning, you cannot backstab him before he does it, because he can't be backstabbed while he's summoning the lightning. So you might just have to deal with the lightning. And that's just going to lose you a lot of time, just no matter what. And the cheese isn't all that slow, really, by comparison. So I mean that's one of the reasons a lot of people prefer to do the cheese unless they're like really going for a record time. But some people also like fighting Orphan because they just like fighting Orphan, which is understandable. And it is technically faster, optimally, so.
Mama has an elixir here because of that hunter that just shot at her. That's one of the reasons. And the enemies don't aggro as quickly when you have the elixir in. So it's a good place to have one because of the little blood liquor spider things. Full quit out there at the door to kind of reset the enemies so he can get through. Mama didn't quit out there. She actually just waited a little bit for the enemies to walk out a little bit so she could run past them so she didn't have to quit out.
Yeah, quit outs cost a lot more RTA than they do in game time, so they can be very useful for de-aggroing enemies and stuff when you're timing off of in-game time. Ludwig seems to be going well.
Yeah.
Let's see what P2 opener she gets. And he's dead.
Yeah, she's got it. No problem. GG, Mama.
Yeah, Ludwig is normally normally things go fine on Ludwig, but he can very quickly kill you if you do make a mistake. We'll see if... I assume Mama's gonna get the skull for Lawrence early.
Huh. Yeah.
Yeah, so...
She sent the elevator back down and then marked out, which made the elevator, I guess, load at the bottom more quickly so she can call it back and jump down and get the skull. Oh no, fool!
Died in phase 2. I
Yeah.
don't think he grabbed the lamp either.
No, he didn't.
Does the lamp... It's understandable because the lamp is kind of out of the way here.
That run back sucks, though.
But yeah, it's gonna be hurting.
I don't think he's very happy about that.
Yeah, but so for the Lawrence skull, optimally what you do is you grab this lamp here, and then you run through the whole rest of the DLC until Orphan's dead. And then you mark back after Orphan, which brings you back here, and then you do... And then that's when you would get Lawrence's skull. But if you get Lawrence's skull now, it means that you don't have to do an extra warp to come back here if you do get extra lamps for safety in the DLCs. So doing it early means she wants to do get safety lamps during the DLC, basically.
Which is a pretty good idea for a race, to be able to go ahead and get lamps along the way just in case. And this research hall is actually one of the worst areas as far as the runs go. These enemies hit like trucks, the patients.
This
and that
guy.
one especially.
This guy right here. We've seen, I think, at least 2 people die to the gunman this tournament as well. On the stairs before that.
The one that you saw Mama shoot. She's opting to kill the rat that usually jumps down and follows you. So this is basically going to let her skip some things and get to failures pretty quick. That HP scared me on that drop. Fool still running back to Ludwig. Phil's man.
Ludwig is at least is the same fight whether he's aggroed or not. I believe.
Yeah, he is. Mama getting the first failure done. Basically, what she's gonna do now is probably just camp out by this failure, this area where they spawn in. At some point, I was like, "Where is he?" The only thing you have to watch out for is some magic and then them kind of rushing you, but...
Oh, Fool missed the head and got trampled.
You got this, Fool. Let's go.
And Mama's got failures dead. She quit out there because normally when your beast pellet runs out, you lose all the meter that you've built. But if you quit out, it removes the pellet effect, but you get to keep your meter. So it'll slowly degen when you spawn in, but she quits out there, so she'll still have full meter when she loads back in, and then she'll pop another pellet and then use it on Maria. So she gets to start the Maria fight with full meter, basically.
Which is really handy. Can allow you to skip basically phase 2 and 3. That way.
And there's phase 2.
She's doing the transition. Mama backing up for the AoE. Oh, okay.
She got it. Nice.
Yeah. Good dodge. And there's her trying to go to phase 3. Mama doesn't let her. GG, Mama. Full using a lot of elixirs. Up to go back to Ludwig.
Yeah, if he really needs to, he can do Hamlet without elixir.
So I think Hamlet and then witches, right?
Yeah, you can for witches because of the dogs. The dogs right before witches. Yeah.
And Mama and her Spanish Bloodborne. Let's go, Fool. Make it happen. You can buy the witch's elixir after Orphan. Yeah.
I'll buy you after Orphan and Dirtize. And Fool
Shy.
getting a
Run,
jump.
Fool. Run, run. There you go. Nice.
Okay.
All right. I got worried again. GG, Fool.
And then Mama doing a slope quit out here. This is how runners skip Fishing Hamlet, the rest of Fishing Hamlet. Basically, if you slide down a slope into the ground, the game will take longer to decide that you're dead once you hit the ground. So you can take advantage of that by quitting out before the game decides that you're dead, but after the game has saved your position on the ground. That's what she did there, and then she's going to do a quick little OOB here. And she's an orphan.
Mm-hmm. It looks like Fool's also getting the skull early. Before heading up to failures. Nice. This is the loop we were talking about, where he just kind of derps out for a second when you hit him with the knife. He starts waking up after the 4th hit, I believe. But you can still get that 5th one in.
Yeah, if I remember right, it has to do with it's because like they didn't give him an animation for him being hit by a thrown weapon when he's in his repostable state, basically. So he just kind of T-poses until you stagger him.
He also doesn't have a death animation for phase 1, so you'll see him just stand there in T-pose form again.
Oh, she missed the parry.
Oof, that's okay.
Which means he's gonna go phase 2. But yeah, she should have enough meter, she can kill him.
It'll be fine. Should be fine. Should be. Should be. Mama!
He just needs one more hit.
I know.
Yeah.
There you
Okay.
go. Nice.
But yeah, that orphan, the orphan cheese, you don't need to use poison knives necessarily. You can even do it with pellets and stuff, or not pellets, pebbles. Any kind of thrown thing. But poison knives are convenient to get.
Pebbles are pretty cheap, though. I don't know.
I think the poison knife animation is also faster, which makes it easier.
Ah, that makes more sense. Mama doing some insight dump. Gonna go back to Lawrence.
Then Fool's heading into failures.
Mm-hmm.
no research hall skip. As far as I know, we've had one runner do research hall skip in their race, and they did win the race, so that's like 1 for 1.
Those are some good odds we got.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, the hunter followed.
Yeah.
That's concerning. Should be
Right.
fine.
They should be okay now. Mama heading into Lawrence.
Did he miss the stagger on the first one?
I'm not sure.
Oh, fiddlesticks. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Okay. I
Splice.
was like,
That was the splice right there. This is where Fool comes back.
Right. See how
Oh,
they're
no.
starting to kind of team up on him, so this is getting a little scary.
Yeah, that one came over from the right. That's not...
Yeah.
I don't know why that happened.
He's just chasing him, too. Look at him.
Yeah, it's because like some of the failures spawn as casters and some of them spawn as melee, and it's a melee one aggroed basically. The one that normally spawns across from you is a caster, so he'll shoot magic at you and be annoying, but not as bad as if you get a melee one on you.
GG, Mama, by the way. That was a good Lawrence. Yeah, failures can get pretty concerning.
Yeah, they hit really hard.
Yeah, they
and
do.
They have some crazy flail attacks.
He's gonna wait for their... Ooh! Did he die?
He did
no!
die, yeah. Killed him.
And he was watching them, too.
And it's too late for Research Hall Skip to save the run. That's the real tragedy here.
Yeah.
Research hall skip, for those of you who don't know, we're memeing about it because it does save time. It saves like 5 or 6 seconds, but it's incredibly difficult. It's basically a different jump you can do right after you activate the lever. He's buying more bolt paper and pellets. Yeah, Fool's having a rough run. You have to remember, though, I mean, people talk about Fool. He is a really good runner, definitely. But in Bloodborne Bloodborne specifically, he's not a super experienced runner. He's fairly new to this game, which is why it's crazy that he's lowered his PB as fast as he has, honestly. But you have to remember that he hasn't been running this game very long, really. Mama coming back to coming to witches now.
Basically, Mama's going to be cleaning up a couple of bosses before she heads into the final 2.
Yeah, witches aren't a big threat. Ligarius, if he gets to do phase 2, can be dangerous, but otherwise isn't as bad. But deaths to Ligarius definitely do happen, and that's a multi-minute run back if you happen to die to Ligarius.
Little shaky beginning from Fool, but I think he'll be alright, hopefully, this time. GG, Mama. She gets up on the barrel to quit out.
Fool's having trouble getting the loops started here. There.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got another melee one.
Yeah. But he's close. I hope he's close enough. I think he can.
He's out of pellet.
He's just gonna go for it instead of watching for the... Oh!
Oh, he didn't die.
Oh!
1
1
HP.
HP in a dream. Let's go.
Yeah, he just needs...
She's like, one more!
Yeah, they're doing their crazy
One
flail
more.
attack.
The worst.
As he's running back to attack one of the casters.
Yeah.
Rather than try and hit the melee ones and risk getting counter-hit flailed.
Giving me heart attacks, man. GG, Fool.
He had to pop a second pellet there, though, so now his meter's lower.
Yeah.
He doesn't have much meter going into Maria now.
Mama making the run through Canehurst to get to Ligarius.
We'll see how Fool's Maria fight goes.
Yeah, the meter is concerning.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he basically got no extra meter out of. He got no extra meter out of that. And this is another thing. If you've been running a long time, you might remember the strats from before. Before they had that strat. That was a good backstab.
It was.
He's doing really well, actually.
So like we said before with the Beast Beater, the higher the meter, the more damage you do. Percent based. GG, Fool.
That was a really good, really good fight.
Good. Yeah. The downside is you also take more damage if you get hit, but...
He's just got to wait for this clock here. Mama's still running through Canehurst. because Canehurst is big.
That's what she said. I like the ghosts, though, the ladies in Canehurst.
Yeah, it's a cool area. A lot of people say it's like their favorite area in Bloodborne. But it is long. She's almost there, though. She's got one ladder, basically, before she's there. And then once she's done with Ligarius, she'll only have the last two bosses. Garemoon, as they're often called, or I personally like to call them man presents.
Man presents.
Mm-hmm. Got you, base.
Looks like she found him just fine. Fool's not using an elixir through here. Oh wait, I think I was confused on where he was. Ignore me.
Alright, he's going into phase 2. This should be the fight, unless something goes wrong. There you go. You get that backstab and riposte right as he's going into phase 2.
GG, mama.
Yeah, just the last two bosses now for her.
Mm-hmm. Fool got the skit. The Hamlet skit.
And we saw him buying the knives too.
Oh.
Yeah. Traded there.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure that visceral wasn't. Not sure if that visceral was intentional.
Fool made clean work of Orphan. GG, Fool. Alright, mama.
Yeah, it was a rough start, but she pulled it together in the end.
Mm-hmm.
Probably gonna have to repel it here. Yeah, there's the pellet. That's fine though. She can use it before the fight even starts.
Yeah, Fool's gonna insight dump, get some more materials, and head to Lawrence. Oh.
One shot. Or she might not have been at full health.
I think that, yeah.
Hard to tell with our commentator stream quality.
Yeah, we're doing so well.
Yeah, we're great. That's fine though. She just has to redo the moon presence part of the fight.
Again with the 1-2.
And then Moon Presence does the meme 1 HP attack, like when she's already dead. Really
yeah.
funny.
Thanks, Moon.
Yeah, moon presence can be kind of annoying too. Like, casually, people don't have trouble with moon presence too much because moon presence doesn't really hit very hard most of the time. But in these runs where runners have such small health bars, like, doesn't take much to kill you.
GG. GG, fool. GG, mama.
Yeah, we'll get to see her in game time now.
Yeah.
That will officially be her time.
Fool's gonna clean up some. So 124?
124.04.
GG, mama.
Oh,
Let's
technically,
share on.
yeah. We'll keep watching full. I hit that she was done, and it marked her as the winner. But I mean, she probably is the winner in this case. But normally, you never know until the end because of IGT. But
Yeah.
pretty clear in this case, especially with Fool being the one with faster hardware.
He only has a couple more to go. He's got to get Witches and Ligarius. And then Germoon. Or Moon... Or Man Presence, as you say.
Yes. Mama, do you want to come in here and talk to us? You can come hang out with us while we watch the end of the run.
Come on, mama.
If you don't have a link to the Discord, I can get you one.
She said to give her just a little and she'll join.
I'll send you the link in case you don't have it.
Yeah, I know mama hasn't been feeling good this morning, so... Alright, fool.
Yeah, witches aren't too bad. We just we don't want to see him die to Ligarius after the
Yeah.
run he's had.
I don't want that at all.
That's exactly the kind of things that have been happening to him.
So what happened to Fool was one reborn?
Yeah, that was the big one.
A
Like,
lot.
he had a really good. It was a really good run up until Reborn. He'd had some really good fights. It was
And
like
then the
one cycle
Ludwig.
ROM even.
Yeah. And then that run back to Ludwig. Twice?
Yeah, he did. He died once on
And
phase
failures.
once on phase 2 Ludwig, once on phase 1 Ludwig.
Mm-hmm. All the best run backs, yeah. With no lamps.
Yeah, his second one Reborn attempt was really, really long. And then he ended up having to go back to the Dream and buy more vials after that even. Because he used all his vials, even the Akimbo vials.
Mm-hmm. Full is a great runner, yeah. Things happen in races. I mean, that's kind of just the way of the tournaments. Crap is gonna happen. It's tourney luck, you know? You gotta give these runners credit for sticking it out. Because I can guarantee if this was practice, he would have reset several times. Yeah, and he has been pretty new about this one. Or new at Bloodborne. Wasn't his first playthrough like a month ago?
Yeah, he finally got a PS4.
Mm-hmm. So he could do the DLC. And then he was doing insane, like, 10-hour streams.
Hey, Mama.
Hey guys.
Hey, Mama.
Hello.
Good job.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for
That
the
was good.
commentary.
Of course.
Poor fool.
Yeah,
I
so
know, it hurts.
yeah, he started really strong, and you had kind of a rocky start, missing sewer skip and stuff, and then the death to the dogs.
Yeah.
Well,
But-
sewer skip, once I missed it once, I just wasn't gonna mess with it.
Yeah.
Sewer skip and I are not friends.
And that's okay. Yeah, but then Fool got to One Reborn and it just went
South.
Yeah.
very fast. Yeah. He ran out of vials and all sorts of things for One Reborn, but he got them, which is good.
That's what really matters, is that he kept going.
Yeah.
He was starting to come back, though part of that was the fact that he has faster hardware, but RTA at least he was starting to come back, and then when you did early Hemwick, you guys were you looked pretty close together when you were at Abriatus, and that was quite a clutch moment for you to
Finally get her.
Yeah. you were so almost dead at one point in that fight too.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
was.
sure what happened. I'll have to go back and rewatch the VOD if I was facing too far to the right. I've actually never had that happen to me where it puts me facing her tentacles instead of her head. I just start swinging, and I was hitting her tentacles, therefore her head did not dagger,
Yeah.
and that's what got me the first time. And once she's awake, she is a nightmare to fight.
Oh yeah, I mean it's one of those you don't. It's not like one of the top bosses that you're expecting people to die to, but if it happens, you panic immediately because you're like,
Oh god,
that's
yes.
so
if
bad.
if you mess up the strat and then end up dying, that's just, it's very hard to come back from that.
Yeah, I remember.
Dying to one reborn is really good too. Coming in when he's awake is also not fun.
We had a lot of those kinds of fights that race. I remember KC also, that happened to him with Abby. He messed up and had to fight her normally.
KC is a god and does a bunch of challenge runs. I'm sure he didn't struggle with her awake. I do, because I don't do a bunch of stuff like that. I just do speed runs. Alright, fool, let's go.
Yeah, please no Ligarius death on top of all this. Okay, he's got space there, I think. Yeah.
I'm watching the stream, but he does.
Yeah. He has to.
A little
GG.
bit behind y'all.
He got him.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nicely done.
So now he just has.
The last two, yeah.
Yep.
Alright, y'all keep giving Fool your energy.
Let's go, Fool.
And be very, very proud of him for continuing this with all the memes he has had.
Let's go, Fool.
Nice Gehrman bit.
I don't blame him.
I can't blame him. I leveled up after Lawrence.
Yeah, we saw that.
I'm a sissy. I ain't coming into Gearman with no 10 or 12 hit.
Oh yeah, I guess that's just small strat too. Like Gehrman, he offers to kill you, to kick you out of the dream basically at the end, and you can talk to him and say yes or no. If you say yes, that ends the game. If you say no, he fights you. You can also say no by shooting him from across the field, and that's a bit faster for obvious reasons.
Or really just attacking him.
Yeah.
Can start that, but like you said, the shooting him is a little faster for runs.
I don't recommend using bullets to say no to people in real life.
That's not a good idea.
It is effective, but at what cost?
Prison? Probably. All right, full. Got Gammon down. Finish strong. A little bit of a tail whip there.
Yeah, the helicopter, but he did the meme attack right after, so
Yeah.
you can get this stagger here. There we go.
That was about his last second. My goodness. Very nicely done.
GG, fool.
Yes.
GG's.
Very good. Very good. I'm very proud of him for finishing.
See what his IGT is. $132.16, I think.
132.16, yeah.
Finish strong. That's right. He kept going. Really proud. Because I know that has to be frustrating.
Could you give us a Wowega in chat, fool? If you're here.
There he is.
Thank you, fool.
There he is.
So you got super hacked, fool.
Yeah, sorry about that luck, man. That was painful to watch. I'm sure it wasn't fun at all to fight through, but you did a good job, fool. And GG, mama.
Thank you. We still have a few minutes left, so let's take a moment, tell you a little bit about Speed Souls. They're the 5 Soulsborne games. We go fast. Newbie Saurus is a runner of several of them. He's the one who put together this Bloodborne speedrun tournament. He's a very nice guy. In fact, almost everybody in Speed Souls is very nice, very helpful. If you would ever be interested in running any of them, please feel free to join our Discord. Everybody is very helpful, very nice, very sweet. Make sure that you give Fool a follow. Like I said, he is an up-and-coming runner. He just started running a little bit ago, and he is very, very good. He will get more consistent. He will get better times. Thank you, Buttons and Spacey, for your commentary. We definitely appreciate y'all.
No problem. I enjoy it. I love watching the races. I love watching the runs. I love the community. So anything I can do to help out, I'll do. So.
Yeah, thanks guys for watching. The next race is actually in like 2 hours. So
Nice.
If you want to see more, just stick around. I don't remember which Speed Gaming channel. That will be on Speed Gaming 4, though. That's Soulsborne versus Romanticore. Which is actually the last match of round 1.
Mm-hmm.
So be sure to stay tuned for that. We'll see you guys later.
All right, we'll see y'all later. Thanks, guys. Bye, everybody.
Bye.